So it's gonna be a wish list, and there are some things I gotta go over, right? So I already went over the wish list thing in my my chat. You can do !point wish list if to understand if somebody's like, oh my god, Heart, this is too much, this is too, the !point wish list, right? Another thing is that these changes can be added over time, right? These changes can be added over time. They don't have to be immediately. They can be added over time. I basically want the last version, the final version of Jacko to look like this, right? This is my thing. The other thing is that I probably, depending on the meta or depending on how good like something is buffed, some of these things might change. So if they do something to like, let's say they happen to like completely like change something up in terms of frames, right? Like if they change something in terms of frames, then it might impact some other tool, and that might make me change my mind for season 3 or whatever. So it's gonna change over time. We'll see what happens. And again, one more time, it's a wish list, right? As in, I wish this would happen, right? I'm not trying to be the next Daisuke fucking Ishiwatari. I'm not trying to make sure that I become a fucking game developer, therefore I'm gonna make the best fucking most balanced fucking buffs or nerfs out here. Now don't get me wrong, these are balanced. I'm pretty sure we're all gonna be happy with them, even the people that hate or dislike Jacko, because some of them are quality of life. But like at the end of the day, I still want like the character to be consistent, and as long as she's consistent, I feel like she can like a character can be super fucking good but then get power crept, not because the character sucks and is inconsistent, but because the character is consistent, but their consistency doesn't belong in the game, because that's not what you need, right? So that's just the final little notes that I have for Jacko. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about is bomb, right? So fucking bomb. The thing that I have for bomb, hold on, I'm gonna have to check these as I go because they're on a list, right? I don't want to get jumbled up. So the thing with bomb, and I should probably do this so that I can showcase it a little bit better. All right, so you guys see the bar, right? So when it comes to bomb, right? When it comes to bomb, right? You see how like it's filling up, right? Round start, you get 1 bar round start, right? So in this point, all right, you have 1 minion to work with, 1 command, 1 minion, basically. You cannot pop another minion, you can't pop another command. So when it comes to bomb, right, it's even worse because it legitimately freezes our minion bar. Like, it's legit frozen, right? It's legit frozen. So not only does it take 1 bar to activate, like right there, right, it's gonna take 1 full complete bar, right? So boom, it freezes it as well. So I want that gone. There's no reason to use it if it's going to limit you and not even give you any more of any more freedom for 3 fucking seconds. And the freedom that you have can vary depending on the flow of the battle. You never know how much freedom you're gonna have, and if you ever pop bomb, you're either gonna have little to no freedom, literally all the time, little to no freedom. So that's what's gonna happen. Second thing, you guys notice how bomb freezes and it's the minion meter again. You guys notice how the bomb freezes minion meter? Well, guess what? After it's frozen, it fucking empties itself. It's empty. All of it is empty. It fucking sucks. The other one that I want is remote, right? I want the remote, right? I want a remote, right? Whenever Jacko is blowing up a minion, right? Let me put the number above their head. All right, she's blowing up a minion. They blow up in 3 seconds. They're done, right? They're done. What I want is that if you use the command, right? You obviously want to blow them up, right? If you do it again, I want it to blow up the minion. I want to have remote detonation of my minions whenever I want. Whenever I want. It would be really nice. It would probably add another flare to neutral. It would be cool to have like a landmine type of thing. And before anybody goes, oh, it might be overpowered, honestly, I don't think, even though it seems like a really good idea, I don't think it'll be used that much, because it's one of those things where it still takes minion bar, right? The first time you want to activate bomb, it takes minion bar. If you do it again, then obviously, even if the minion, like, it doesn't override it, it doesn't reset it, you just waste minion meter or whatever, right? You just waste it. But if they make it so that you have the choice to activate to activate it again to remotely detonate it. I wish that it wouldn't take the blast, or it wouldn't, sorry, not blast, but it wouldn't take the meter, right? So if you remotely detonate again, it wouldn't take the meter. Not to mention in neutral, it would be okay in neutral. It wouldn't be anything too crazy. The reason I say that is because I feel like, let's pretend I do this, right? You know, that happens, but they're running in, right? They're running into me, right? Because they're not trying to get hit by that minion. Well, that's the thing. If they don't destroy that minion, right, then they're probably gonna blow up, right? So in order to like stop a minion from blowing up, they gotta like hit it, right? Or what I could do, a cool thing, is if I were to throw it and I blow it up right in your face, right? Let me see if I can time it. But if I blow it up right in your face, and if you try to jab it, boom, right? That would be really, oh fuck, that'd be pretty cool, right? That'd be a pretty cool thing. But I don't know how that would work, right? Kind of hard to time it, right? But you guys can probably see the idea, right? So maybe here, throw it, something like that. Let's pretend she tried to hit it. Boom, she blows up, something like that. One other one. This is like my last one. This is like my last real one, right? I don't want it to hurt Jacko anymore. All right, these I can understand if they don't hurt. I can understand if they hurt Jacko. I can, like, I don't, this, you could say this is a bonus one. I can understand if this was like, if it hurts Jacko, but dude, I don't want it to hurt Jacko, man, because she has low health. She has low health. And not to mention, even if they don't, like, if for some reason, right, in another universe where Jacko activates a bomb and she gets hit by it, like, she doesn't get hit by it, how would that help her out against a character like Ram or Nago in neutral? How would that help her out against Happy Chaos, right? Like, is that gonna help her bad matchups? Hell no. That would just be a bonus. I would like it for not, I would love for the bombs to not hurt her at all. That would be really good. That would be really good. Especially that would keep her plus, and I feel like it would be really good. Now as a bonus, there's two bonuses. And the reason I say they're bonus, right? I'm gonna have bonus for a couple things. They're like more quality of life type things, right? So if they're blowing up, right? Minions that are, like, you know, about to blow up, right? Minions that are in countdown, they can be hit, right? And they can be destroyed. One bonus, right? You don't have to give her this. These are just bonuses where I don't care. I don't care if they were added. If they were added, that's cool. If they were not, that's cool. If they make it so that minions cannot be destroyed, but again, that's a bonus. I don't, like, I'm just gonna have my real buffs labeled first, and then my bonuses go into there, into, like, what's it called, like, just make it known that I don't really care about these. These are not really my real wish list wishes, you know? So another bonus is, I want to cover this one. A lot of people want this one. Guard crushing minions. I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm sorry. A lot of Jacko players want that one. I do not know how I feel about it. It's a bonus because, like I said, I don't care if it gets added, and I don't care if they do add it. It'll be cool, but whatever. Guard crushing minion. That's kind... I hate guard crush so much that I don't think I would like it for me, because there's not much we can do. Like, what's the point of having a guard crush, right? What's the point of having Jacko guard crush something if we can't really do anything after it unless we have meter, right? When we have meter, this is guaranteed. All right, that's not guaranteed. When we have meter, this is guaranteed. They cannot jump, right? That's guaranteed. But what's the point of, like, having guard crush if, first of all, you can run out of resources, and maybe if you do trigger a guard crush, maybe you trigger it when you're at the situation. You have no more minion meter to spend. What are you gonna do here, right? There's nothing else to do. So what are you gonna do? You can't get a grab in guard crush. I would want it if like universally everybody could get like some kind of grab in guard crush, but like I can only do it off of my super, which grabs by using one bar, right? So I don't know how I feel about guard crushing bomb. I used to like it, but I don't like it anymore because I feel like it'd be kind of cringe. It'd be kind of cringe. Okay, so next thing, the Minion Shield. All right, so for the Minion Shield, right, it's funny because in my notes it just says rant about it. In my notes it just says rant about it. Bro, listen, Minion Shield, it's a double-edged sword. All right, it can be really good and it can be really ass. Holding a minion is so bad. It's so bad. Now, granted, right? I'm gonna do this, right? I'm gonna do this, right? And you guys would be like, hard, it makes sense though. Well, yes, it makes sense, right? It makes sense for my Jacko to get hit right here because it's not covering my legs, right? It's not covering my legs. It's not covering my legs, right? Now, let me switch over to Mei. All right, so here's Mei. Why? Why? You guys heard the counter. I got counter hit. I got counter hit. Why? Why? 2S can hit it too, right? 2S can hit it too. Oops. But like I can kind of understand. Yeah, I can understand that it's not guarding her feet. What I'm trying to say is that holding and shielding almost has little to no use. It's almost like, you guys know how there, like in fighting games, there's like 3 types of like parries. There's like low parry, high parry, and then like medium parry, something like that. Or like that's in Tekken at least. You know how in other games there's like low parry, overhead parry, and just like I don't know. There's like parries like that. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Well, this is like the high parry because it only parries highs, right? It only parries highs. What I'm trying to say is that there's literally no use to holding this. None. So this is not in the game. All right, it's not in the game. I can understand why things hit Jacko, but at the same time, there's things like what's a weird... There's been several hitboxes that make no sense that connect with her that still fucking hit her. I don't know which one. I think Zato has one. But there's been weird hitboxes that shouldn't make sense. They honestly hit Jacko like I don't even know if that's gonna hit, but they hit Jacko even though it looks like it's aiming for the leg, and I'm like, what? Huh? We don't, at this point, we gotta take a list. We gotta have a list of what actually works against this. One way to fix this is by making it so that the shield is bigger. All right, that's all I want. If the shield was bigger, we would kind of know what the hell it's supposed to parry and what it's not supposed to parry. Okay, hold on. Look at that. That's hitting higher than what Mei. That's hitting higher than Mei's fucking dolphin. But at the same time, this move, anything that was this range would also get parried. I assure you that Naga would get parried if he used 5k. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes we don't know what it's supposed to parry, right? If they made it bigger to the point where it covers at least her fucking, what's it called? Like her abdomen, that'd be cool. Hey, that'd be cool. I would like that. But anyways, that was just me being fucking surprised, because I'm like, bro, I didn't even know that was a thing, right? So I'm pretty sure if Jacko were to do this, then that would get parried, right? This would get parried, right? That would get parried, obviously, because it's higher. But like shit like this, right? So let me see about this, right? Yeah, look at this, right? Look at this. Oops. It's hitting almost no higher. It is hitting almost no higher than the far slash, and it's getting parried. It's hitting almost no higher. Actually, you could even debate it's actually hitting even lower. It's hitting even lower, right, than this. You could even debate that it's hitting lower than the far slash. Look at that. This one's actually hitting higher, but it's hitting. The other one's hitting lower, but it's actually, what? I don't even know. Anyways, so make it bigger. That way we know what it's supposed to parry and what it's not supposed to parry, please, because using this is such a hassle. It's not a thing to use at all, okay? It's not a thing to use. So yeah, just make it bigger. It'd be cool to have a minion that reflects a projectile. It's a bonus, right? It's a bonus. I don't necessarily want it, really. I don't necessarily want it. This is a bonus thing. Remember what I talked about, the bonus thing? Yeah, there we go. The bonus thing is basically, I don't care if it's in the game, and I don't care if it's not in the game. I don't care if they give it to me. That'd just be okay. And some bonuses I want, some of them I don't want, but some of the ones that I don't want are the ones that the community wants that I kind of feel iffy about. For example, the bomb guard crush. I used to like that, but not anymore. But having a refleg, aside from like, maybe like, you know, having to throw, you know, it might be a little harder to clear the minions, so that could be a bonus one. I don't really want it, but I mean, I wouldn't care if it was in. Oh, one other buff, actually, I kind of just thought of it. One other thing with shield is sometimes when you activate shield, this is really annoying. When you activate shield, right? It has such a specific timing to it before you're able to hit it, and it throws you off sometimes. It has a small little specific time. I would kind of want for shield to like if you hit them like shield, because sometimes I want a shield but they don't take it, and I'm like, holy shit, they didn't get parried, emergency, I need to hit the minion. Guess what? The minion is just recovering from shielding. Meanwhile, and the reason I want that is because, well, Heart, why would they hit you? Why would they hit you, man? They're you're shielding, man. They're not gonna trigger it. For one, they can run up and grab. For two, depending on their character, they could hit below the minion. So if anything, I would like for the shield, if I see it not working, I could hit it immediately and then boom, hit them back. So I would like for minion interaction to be a lot earlier. I would actually like that. That's not a bonus. I would actually like that. So the next thing, oh, okay, so this one's a bonus. 6H, right? This is a bonus. I don't care if it's in, right? All right, it's a bonus. So one thing that some Jacko players want that I think should be a bonus and that she doesn't need. Yeah, there we go in the chat. Yeah, 6H, 6 fucking H, 6H. All right, so the thing with Jacko is that, or some people want 6H to be a fucking wall bounce. They want 6H to be a fucking wall bounce, right? Now, I don't know if the Jacko players want counter hit 6H to be a wall bounce, or if they want regular to be a wall bounce, but like counter hit 6H, yeah, that'd be cool. Because we get nothing out of 6H. We just get 6H, right? We just activate 6H. And honestly, it should be better if I take this off too. But when it comes to 6H, right? If it was a counter hit, right? We get like nothing out of it. We get nothing out of it. So maybe, yeah, maybe it'll be cool. But I don't think it's cool enough to like fucking 6H fucking heavy into like another combo or whatever that probably leads to like max health. And my problem with this game, and I'm not trying to say that we should limit like what the character is able to do for less damage, but my problem with this game is a lot of damage. So what I want to do is, before we get this is going to be a bonus until the damage gets fixed. When the damage gets fixed, then I'll be like, hell yeah, let's have 6H bounce you off the wall so we can have cool ass bombos on counter hit. That'd be fucking god. I want that. That's why it's like an honorable mention. I want to put it in the bonus. But the problem with that is that currently I don't think it's gonna work. So sorry about that. I don't think it's gonna work at all. So for my next thing, right, I have Servant Shoot, right? I have Servant Shoot, both the air version and the ground version. So the problem with Servant Shoot 236K, that's what it's called, 236K. The problem with Servant Shoot is that you'll have moments like this that'll happen a lot. And I want to have the perfect fucking example, but there are moments where I think it's kind of bullshit how sometimes our fucking kick will literally connect with a character's model or whatever, but not do anything. It's kind of like this. So you see how like I'm hitting the tip, or it might be harder for Jacko. I might have to switch to pot. Maybe. Might have to switch to pot. Let's switch to pot. Okay, so we switched to pot, right? Because I want to like prove this or like show this. Because like, notice how pot is just blocking, all right? And not doing the mega fist. Let me take that away. So pot's gonna block. And notice how like the tip of his fucking toe is kind of getting hit, right? Kinda. Oh my fucking god. Or, you know, this is perfect. So you see how that, like, you see how his hand isn't getting hit, right? It kind of makes sense because, you know, 3D or whatever, right? Obviously his hand wouldn't get hit, but it's kind of how this happens for like other characters for their feet. I can't really get it right at the moment, right? But it's kind of like clipping issues in a way, where sometimes I think like, holy shit, their hitbox, you know, their hurtbox wasn't that, you know, it kind of deceived, right? It wasn't where like I thought it would be at. So like maybe if I could get this down, like maybe if I can hit the shoulder. So you know how like I'm not hitting him here, it looks like I'm hitting the shoulder, but I'm not, or like something like that, but now I am, or something like that, right? So it's something like that, right? So with Jacko, there are like times where I try to kick somebody and it just looks like it goes through them. It's very specific. It seems like it's very fucking specific. But honestly, like that, something like that, right? It's very specific, right? It's something like that. I feel like it should be bigger. I'm not saying it should hit from there. I'm not saying extend the fucking foot to hit where Pot is at the moment. But part of the reason why it, like, he's recovering before Jacko's able to hit is because 2D is minus fucking 19, but we'll get to that later. But anyways, so yeah, sometimes, yeah, J236K, the air shoot, the air kick has a small problem where sometimes like the fucking minion doesn't connect it. Look at that, come on. Granted, you could make an argument, Heart, you're off by a millisecond. I see it, Heart, I see it, you're off by a millisecond, bro, come on. Oh, I hit it. Oh. Anyways, it'll happen like that where sometimes I fucking do see that it doesn't hit. It's gonna be hard to fucking time it. It's gonna be super hard to fucking time it. That's gonna hit. It's gonna be hard to time it. So actually, there are some times too where I'm right above them. Not like that, by the way. I'm right fucking above them and it doesn't fucking hit them like that. There we go. That was a perfect example. I didn't make myself look like a fucking idiot. So I'm right above them and it doesn't fucking hit them. It's so stupid sometimes, and I'm like, come on. That sometimes it does get me killed, right? That wasn't the best showcase. The first one I did was better. Maybe the lines should hit. Listen, if the lines hit, that'd be fucking godlike, okay? That'd be godly. That'd be godly. But yeah, I sometimes I do think that the hitbox should be bigger and it would be quality of life. It would not be a buff. Because the reason why it would be a quality of life and not a bug is because, come on, I'm able to interact with my minions a lot more consistently. I'm able to interact with my minions a lot more fucking consistently. And most of these problems are either they, like, against characters, they barely happen where I miss them, right? But I still don't want them to happen. Or against like minions, sometimes they'll like not even fucking connect when I think they fucking do. But I gotta work super hard for that. Like I gotta fucking oops, oh my god, I kicked the minion. You know what I'm trying to say, right? So they should probably slightly increase the hitbox, right? Slightly increase the hit. Oh my god, again. So yeah, they should increase the hitbox slightly, okay? That's kind of what I want, just so that we can interact with the minions a little bit more. It's not gonna affect the play. Trust me, having a bigger hitbox is not going to make anybody bitch about Jacko more than they already bitch about them or her in the first place, okay? So trust me, this would not make her top 5 in any way, shape, or form. I just want to be able to kick my minions without having a weird situation happen, right? That's all I want. The other thing is I want this to be faster. Now this is a buff. This is a buff. This is a buff. This is like probably the first buff I talk about. This is a buff, okay? This is my first buff I talk about. Everything else was like probably quality of life or stuff that should have been in there, aka, in my opinion, also quality of life. This is a buff that I actually want in this game. I want this to be faster. Currently, it's like, what, 15 frames, I think? I want this to be faster, right? I want it to be faster. And the reason I say that is because, first of all, it would fix, hopefully, it would fix the issue where characters do not have a guaranteed super at all. A lot of people do not know the Jacko matchup, and they do not know they're able to have, there's a gap, right? Because okay, so the reason people think that Millie is bad, is because, oh my god, 2D, it's minus 15. 2D is like minus 15, like 13 or whatever, right? I'm like, holy shit. It's a gap. Wow. Holy fuck. All right. And they're like, yeah, dude, our character's bad. And I'm over here like, holy shit. You know, and I'm over here looking at my character like, minus 19. I'm over here like, bro, come on, bro. Listen, listen, Millias could probably be like minus 20 million or whatever. But I'm over here like, bro, does it matter? What's the difference between minus 20 million and minus fucking 19? You're getting blown up by anything. The difference is that you're getting blown up by somebody that like was sleeping on their controller and then just rolled over and just punished you. You know, against if this move were to be minus 9 million or whatever, right? So I want this to like not be minus, or sorry, not minus. I'm getting too ahead of myself. I want this to be faster, all right? I want this to be faster, right? And like I said, I got ahead of myself because I was supposed to show you guys this. Give me a sec. I'll show you guys right now. So right here, there's a gap. I'm not gonna rant about this a lot, right? I'm not gonna talk about this too much. I've already talked about it a lot in the past. All right, there's a gap here. All right, a lot of people do not know that, but there's a gap here, right? Big gap. I want it to be faster. That way, this gap is gone. I want this to be faster and for 2D to be safer. But like I said, I will talk about that more in further detail later on. Right now, I'm just going to talk about this. Hopefully, that would fix the whole this is a true block string thing. Jacko's problem is that she's super heavy committal. And when she's minus fucking 19, you can't even like pop the minion and run the fuck away. Like, the problem is that you can't even pop a minion. It doesn't even have to be a super either. When you're minus fucking 19 and you're trying to run the fuck away, there's very little things in this game you can run away from if you do 2D into minion. So to a lot of the people out there that don't play Jacko, if you guys want to get better at the matchup, when you guys see a Jacko do 2D, be prepared to be on the offensive. Whether you want to use a super, not every super works, by the way. There's like a few supers that do not work. Like command grab supers will not work. Foul super will not work. I don't think so. And it depends, right? It depends. But when she does 2D, right? Into Minion Summon, she can't properly run away. Characters can, she's minus 19. Like she has like also like no fucking like block stun at all. Make this faster, that way this is a true block string. I need this to be a true block string. That's a buff. I want that in, okay? I want that in. The other thing, you could say this is a bonus. You could say this is a bonus, but not really. It's more on the buff side. It's actually more on the buff side, right? So most of the things that I'm talking about for the servant shoot are buffs. Fuck it, I'm gonna just say it. It's a buff. I want this to be a buff. I don't give a fuck, okay? I don't give a fuck. It's not a bonus. I want this to be in the game. This is minus 12. I do not want to have to hold something because my character is too heavy committal, and I get it. She's a gimmick character. You don't want to make her too safe. I get it, right? That's why I wanted it to make him, you know, that's why I wanted it to make her a bonus or make that a bonus. I wanted to make that change a bonus. Shouldn't really matter if you're doing this, right? Because you're safe. Look, I'm safe, right? I'm safe. I'm safe, right? But then there are times where you're not safe depending on where you're at, right? So if you're over here, you can run away. You can attempt to run away and you get hit. If you're over here, you can attempt to run away, you get hit. If you're like over here, you're probably gonna be safe. But another thing about this is that when we run, like the thing about Jacko is that placing a minion, like summoning a minion is so fucking high committal and we're so squishy that it's almost always not kind of worth it to like do so with 236k. I just kind of want to be like at least minus like, I just want to be like minus fucking like what 7 or something, so I don't get punished with like a fucking. Actually, if it was minus 7, I'd still be punished by a far slash. I'm pretty sure, right? Depending on whose it is. So another one that I want is 2S, right? Not a very. I do want this in the game. Actually, this is one of my quality of lives that I want in the game. I want 2S to be able to hit a grounded opponent. I want 2S to be able to hit somebody who's like crouched in front of me. This hits people that's standing, but barely if the person's like, you know, if they get hit by close slash. So it doesn't work, right? So close slash, pushback, that happens, I'm getting hit, right? So I want this to be gone, and I want this in the game because this is just an anti-air, right? And I'm fine with it. But like, it's supposed to hit people that's standing up if you do it raw. But it's not really anything that like that you can use unless you use run cancel, or not run cancel, sorry, run, what is this called? Run momentum, right? So this is cool and all. I would like for, this might sound cursed, but I do want them to fix something around this. I don't know exactly what they could do without having it sound cursed. Maybe close slash pushback could be fixed a little bit, but I do want 2S to connect. I do want 2S to connect. I'm trying to fix something. Oh yeah, crouch. I do want 2S to connect after close slash. That would be really cool. Maybe close slash pushback could be fixed a little bit. Maybe they could make 2S hitbox a little bit bigger. I don't know what they could do, but I do want this to be in the game. Not to mention there's some pretty cool tech that we could use, but this string is so bad that it's not worth using it. And the tech that you guys are probably thinking like, oh, what is it? What is it? It's pretty much like, what is it? It's like, ah, fuck. It's like this, right? So, oh my god, it's something like this. I did this like not too long ago. It's supposed to be like a safe minion summon, right? It's supposed to be a safe minion summon like that. But the problem with that is that it only kind of works if you have dash momentum, right? If you have dash momentum, right? Like that. Otherwise, it's just going to be, So it doesn't hit Ram, right? The 2S does not hit her. It kind of just skips, but we have to use 2H. So that's the problem, right? There's a gap there. So for the next one, I'm gonna go ahead and say 2D. I already talked about it earlier, a little bit earlier, and I'm gonna go over it briefly. 2D is pretty minus, so running away from an enemy that's going to hit you, I'll put her here so that you guys can visualize it. Running away from an enemy that is trying to hit you, right? After you do something, it's pretty hard to do so, generally speaking, especially if they're gonna like dash block, right? Because like I said, 2D, right? You can't exactly pull a minion out and be safe. Can't do that. You can't even jump. You can't even jump. And I shouldn't have to say it, but you can't even block either because you're carrying a minion, right? So depending on where you're at, this button can be super hard to use, especially if you're point blank. If you're point blank, never do 2D unless you have a minion right here. If you have a minion near you, do 2D and do that. You can gel. But if you don't have a minion, don't do that unless you're going for the frame trap. Then sure, you can go for the frame trap, but I already explained the problems with the frame trap earlier with a 236K. If you're planning on running away, make sure you do it with 236K. With the kick, because if you want to run away, the kick is going to offer you more pushback and it's going to be less safe or less unsafe, so you're able to run away from it. If you do 2K 2D into run, you're fucking dead. You're actually fucking dead. It has low fucking block stun and it's -19. It's almost no reason to use it if you're trying to end your block string with it. No reason to use it whatsoever. This is not a bonus. Some people will probably get triggered, but I need this move to not be a meme anymore. And in terms of Jacko, you know, usage on offense, people gas up 2D and say that it's a very good fucking button. Don't get me wrong, it's annoying, but good. I don't think it's that good. I'm sorry, I don't think it's that good. And the reason I don't think it's that good is because of this. All right, let me try to find 2D. This fucking thing is such a fucking meme. You guys saying that this fucking button is really good, you guys are lucky hit is not at its full power. You guys are lucky it's not at its full power. Now don't get me wrong, it would be like Geo's, but at least you can hit it. At least you're able to interact with it. This fucking button is nasty. -19. This button is pretty nasty, okay? This is actually a meme. I need the hitbox to be a little bit higher. I don't need it to go bigger. Not bigger. Well, bigger would imply like stretching it out this way, right? I don't want it to be longer, and I do not want it to be bigger. I want it to be higher. I want it to be higher. Right? That's all. That's a compromise I'm willing to make. Why? Why does her hair have a fucking hitbox? Or hurtbox, sorry. Why? I want them to take this away right here and make this a little bit higher so that it makes fucking sense. A little bit, just a little bit, at least maybe a microscopic fucking pixel below the blue line, at least. But like, come on, this fucking, like, fix the hitbox, please. Holy shit, you guys are so lucky. Holy shit. Talking about Jacko's 2D hitbox leads me into the next one, which is the JD. Right, so JD hitbox, guys, I'm just gonna bring this up here, right here. JD hitbox, oh my fucking god, it's pretty fucking deplorable. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta like invent a brand new fucking word. But her JD, sorry, I said hitbox, hurtbox. I just want this to not be stupid, please. For the love of God, why the fuck? Why did she have like phantom feet? Why does she have like phantom hands? Like, it's like she was amputated, but she still feels pain from like when she still had the fucking limbs. Why is this a thing? Can this not be, please, for the love of God? I shit you not. You see this fireball right here? This fireball can be right here because it comes out, right? It comes out from his mouth. This fireball, I've had this happen to me a couple times too. I've had this fireball be right here and somebody touches this right here, this tip, and I get fucking blown up. I die. That is not fun. I don't want that to be a thing. So this is just a short one. This is not a bonus one. I actually want this to be in the fucking thing. The next one that I want is not have this be counter hit anymore, right? Especially in the air. And the reason I say especially is because, I mean, honestly, I want both of them not to be counter hit anymore. Like why am I getting counter hit because I'm dropping a minion? I literally get counter hit off of this. It's kind of whack. So you guys heard the counter and you guys see the D, right? In order to drop a minion, you gotta press D, or at least that's the way. Yeah, you gotta do it, right? There's no other way, right? And right, I dropped the minion, right? She doesn't have it in her hand, and I got counter hit. I need this to be gone. I need this to be gone. I do not like that. Woo! Okay, minions. This is a good one. Okay, so for minions, right? So for minions, I'm not gonna lie. I need minions to last longer. If minions last longer, it shouldn't matter to my opponent. They shouldn't be like, oh my god, that would make Jacko fucking top tier. No, it wouldn't. It would not change anything about her, other than the fact that we get to interact with minions a lot longer. Minions are already super easy to kill. You either tap them or you tap me, right? You tap the Jacko, right? So if you tap any of us, the minion's gone. If they make it so that they last a little bit longer, like at least fucking 10 more seconds, that would be so much better. So yeah, make them last longer, right? Make them last longer, at least like 10. Make it like noticeable too, please. Make it noticeable. That's all I want. Like actually like a long time. I don't give a fuck. They're so easy to kill anyways. Another one is minion counter, like full minion meter around start. If this minion meter, this is actually a buff. This would actually be a pretty big buff, okay? This would actually be a big buff. But you see the minion meter, how it's at 1 bar, right? If that was full around start, that would actually be a big buff. This would probably be her biggest buff. That would be her biggest buff, right? That this alone is probably like greater than like half of the buffs that I have in here, okay? This is a very big chunk of her, of how high she goes. Her having minion meter just makes her have access to have like more combos, more freedom, more setups and stuff like that. All right, and it would be really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, it would be really good. Also, one other thing about the minions, take this away for the love of God. Take this away. I don't think there's any other Jacko except for like 1 or 2 in the world that likes this right here. I do not like recall. It's too many misinputs and it cucks us like to no end. I feel like it's almost useless, because like I feel like there's almost no point to returning a minion that you want to recall anyways. Like especially when recall takes a fucking like bar to do, right? Recall takes a bar to do. It refunds you like half of it too. I don't think it refunds like all of it. But there's like almost no point. So like having a fucking minion, right? I'm waiting for it to fill up, right? And then recall it and it doesn't even refund all of it. It just refunds to half. All right, another one. All right, another one. This is like a nerf, right? This is a nerf. I want this gone. I want this gone. All right, I want this gone. I need this gone. Listen, some of you guys are like, I just picked up Jacko. That's the reason why I picked her up. No, take this away. Take this away. Take this away. For the love of God, take that away. I don't like it. It's mad corny. And I don't like when I'm watching a tournament and I look at chat, be like, holy shit, Jacko's secretly top 5. But like most of the game, they're like Jacko's getting her ass whooped, but they only say that when like it's like they have selective like looking, right? They only look right when like Jacko's doing something that's like that, right? Because this is the only thing in the game, or this is the only thing that Jacko has that is like eyebrow raising. It's fucking eyebrow raising. Nothing else she has is like fucking overpowered, right? But this is like, holy shit, this is like something a top tier would have. This is something a Happy Chaos would have. You cannot play the game. They don't have to nerf the speed in when she comes back, but I do want them to like fix the chip. They should maybe fix the chip, right? I don't want the chip to be this fucking much, right? Because like this would fucking build up over time. It would fill up over time. Not to mention the kick also does chip. And while on the same topic, I want S tier gone. No, wait, my bad. H tier, I want gone. S tier, this one, the immortal one, yeah, nah, this one's okay until shit like this happens, and I'm like, why? Until shit like this happens, and I just like, I'm like, why did this happen? Why did this happen? It's gone, and it's not gone because I got hit. It's gone because here, let me see. Here, I'm pretty sure I got it. So, what I want to happen is utter immortality to the minions. I don't want them to die anymore. The last one, right? We're pretty much done. But the last one, Elysion driver. Yeah, let this have more damage. It's actually super bad. I actually feel super bad, my bad. I actually fear, that's what I meant to say, right? I feel really bad when I hit somebody because they got fucking, oh my god, right? So let's put the fucking RAM, right, into, I don't know, this, I guess. It doesn't really matter. But I feel bad when like I do this and I'm playing Jacko and then like I get a fuck ton of damage because I press 2 buttons into super and I either won or I'm close to winning. That to me is so stupid. If I press even one button into super is like, why? I don't like that. I do not like that. Lower the damage. I don't like the damage being that high. Another thing, I believe this move is like what, 2 frames active? I think this move is what, 2 frames active? Yeah, they should probably make it more active, and that's it. I think that's pretty much all I want. Hold on, I'm gonna show this as a bonus, okay? All right, there we go. That's all I wanted to show. I definitely have seen that before, and it's so fucking cursed. Most of the things were quality of life, I would like to think, but there are some things that are buffs, and there are some things that if they do include, they would make Jacko really fucking OD. Like the 3 minion thing, right? Three minions around start thing, but it's pretty much it. To be honest, this is all I wanted to talk about. That was my wish list. Like I said, wish list. I wish it was in. They don't have to. All those things I went through, they don't have to come immediately. But it is something I would want over time. Maybe season 4 Jacko can look like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.